Now to the corridors of justice, where Turkish billionaire Osman Elsek, who is facing terrorism charges linking him to Al-Shabaab terrorist group, has been released on a 1 million shilling bond with a Kenyan surety. Appearing before senior resident magistrate David Odhiambo, the defense lawyers John Khaminwa, Wycliff, Ombeta and Daniel Wamosa said the terrorism charges were defective and applied for their dismissal. For this and other stories making headlines within the court, here is the report with Michael Mondiga with our Scales of Justice segment.
Turkish billionaire Osman Elsek is also facing other counts of possession of a Glock pistol at Majengo Kanamai, Kilifi County, with intent to use it in a manner that was prejudicial to public order, and assault charges alongside his countryman Gorman Shindikshi. The two are accused of assaulting Boniface Katana and causing him bodily harm at Majengo Kanamai on January 12th, the year 2026. Sandishi was released on a 500,000 million shillings bond or a 200,000 shillings cash bail and two sureties. The two are expected to appear in court on January 19th, the year 2026 for a pre-trial.
Accused to have their passports continue being deposited in court. We meet on 19th of February for pre-trial before this court.
Meanwhile, at the Kahawa Law Court's Senior Principal Magistrate Gideon Kiage has closed two files against a Turkish national, Ahmet Mustafa Gungor, who was seeking refugee status in Kenya after the state withdrew terror financing allegations against him. Mustafa had been arrested at the Nairobi SGR station and was detained for 30 days by the anti-terrorist police unit over claims that he was associating with and financing terrorist groups and that he owned property suspected to be proceeds of terrorism. And the Nairobi Anti-Corruption Court has summoned lawyer Steve Ogola and Capitol Hill Officer Commanding Station Tasker Opondo to testify in the former Nairobi County Governor Mike Sonko's 20 million shilling graft case. This is after Sonko, through his lawyer Asa Nyakundi, made an application asking the court to compel the two witnesses to testify, saying their evidence could influence the outcome of the trial. Still at the Milimani Law Courts, a judicial activist, Francis Awino, has filed a petition before the High Court seeking constitutional declaration damages and institutional accountability measures from the Public Service Commission on the suitability of the Kenya Wildlife Service KWS Director General Erastus Kanga to hold office. The petitioner is accusing the DG of illegally detaining him on the January 14th, the year 2026, upon learning his intentions to question accountability at KWS.
I want you to protect human violations in this nation. It's the same way I want you to protect activists in this nation. I'm a judicial activist. And the reason that's to why we go to court, it is so that we can make those people who are in court accountable. Na kama hawataki kuwa accountable, waachane na ofisi za serikali because they are being paid by our tax.
Elsewhere, two suspects in Olkalau, Nyandarua County have been released on a cash bail of 300,000 shillings, pending hearing and determination of the case on March 16th, the year 2026. The duo James Masharia and Kelvin Ndungu, who were arraigned before presiding magistrate Lynn Atamba, denied charges of stealing a Toyota NZE motor vehicle within a site area in Olkalau on February 2nd, the year 2026, and other count of handling a stolen property, which is a motor vehicle, in Njoro, Nakuru County. Finally, a court in Nyeri County has granted the Independent Policing Oversight Authority IPOA an additional 7 days to complete investigations into a matter where police officer Peter Wamiti is accused of fatally shooting a Karatina businessman George Gathu on January 18th, the year 2026.
I will extend the period to continue holding the suspect by 7 days only. Mentioned on 9th of February, the suspect is being detained at Nyeri Police Station.